So here's what's brewing in the world of power politics. Brazil's president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, or simply we call him Lula as everybody calls him, just picked up the phone and had a long 1 hour chat with none other than Chinese President Xi Jinping. And it wasn't just any usual how's the weather conversation. No, it was about the big game. Global politics, trade wars, and how to deal with the United States. Now, Xi and Lula agreed on one thing loud and clear. They don't like unilateralism and protectionism. Now, these are diplomatic words, but let's decode them. Whenever China says protectionism, it's basically pointing fingers at Washington, accusing the US of blocking trade, raising the tariffs, and making rules that only suits itself. The timing of this call is no coincidence. Lula had just spoken to Russian President Vladimir Putin and India's Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi. Yes, the Big BRICS club was in full coordination mode. And the question is why now? Because Mr. Donald Trump has dragged Brazil into right in the middle of this global war trade. He has already slapped higher tariffs on Brazil, accusing its leadership of siding against the United States' interest. But wait, here is the twist. Xi is telling Lula, we are in this together. Let's stand united at the global south. And you know what? This is exactly what Beijing wants. Beijing wants to position itself as the champion of developing nations while also making sure that countries like Brazil buy more from China instead of the United States. Remember, China and Brazil are already deeply linked. China is Brazil's latest trading partner, buying billions worth of soya beans, iron ore, beef and oil. Recently, Beijing even has been buying more soya beans from Brazil instead of the US. And let me tell you, that is a direct hit to American farmers. And now they are exploring soya bean meal import from Argentina just to make sure that they don't depend too much on Washington. In the meantime, of course, Mr. Donald Trump isn't happy about this. Just this week, he told China to massively increase the United States soya bean purchases. He has also temporarily paused sky-high tariffs on Chinese goods, but only for 90 days. The BRICS nation, including Brazil, have still been hit really hard by the US tariffs, which only fuels the anti-US sentiments in the particular group. Now here's where it gets even bigger. BRICS is not just Brazil, Russia, China, India and South Africa anymore. It has expanded to include Iran, the UAE, Ethiopia and Egypt. That's a lot of muscle, right? Economically and politically. And wait, guess who's leading the BRICS presidency this year? Brazil. Which means that Lula has a bigger platform and Xi is making sure that Brazil stays close to Beijing. During their latest face-to-face meeting in May, Lula and Xi signed over 30 deals from mining and transport industry to imports and renewable energy. This is not just about politics anymore. It's about building long-term economic pipeline that bypasses the United States. So basically, in short, while Mr. Trump is turning up the heat with tariffs and trade demands, Xi and Lula are plotting to keep things really cool, but only for themselves, not for Washington. The two are building a narrative. We are the voices of the global south, we are united, and we don't need America's permission to grow. And that right there is the real game. This isn't just a phone call. It is another chapter in the fight for who gets to write the rules of the global economy.